Welcome to bankersbliss.com. I am Karthik Gupta. Today we are going to discuss the topic averages. One more important topic, averages. It can be asked in the IBPS clerical exam, probationary officer exam as well as in the specialist officer exam. So average, a simple topic. Two methodologies are there in the average. One is through formula we have to solve the problems, and one more thing is through the different concept, that is called sharing concept. If we use these two things in averages, definitely we can solve any type of problem. For few type of problems we have to go with the formula method where you can save a lot of time, and in other varieties of the problem you have to use the concepts called sharing. If you use sharing concept, you can save almost 50 to 60% of the time what you have to use for the formula method. So averages. What is average? Average, the formula is, or the bookish definition is, the sum of the observations divided by the number of observations. So average is equal to sum of the observations divided by the number of observations. So I have written A is equal to sum by n. So for example, we have the three numbers 10, 20, 30. I have to calculate the average of these three numbers. Average is also nothing but the middle value. Average is also nothing but the middle value. So according to the formula, sum means 10 plus 20 plus 30, that is the sum, divided by total number of items, that is 3. So which is equal to 60 by 3, which is equal to 20. So the average for these three values is 20. So this is the middle value. Average, for example, the average strength of the classroom is 70, means in a school, in each and every class there will be no 70 students. On an average it will be 70 students, means in some classes it will be 65, in some classes it may reach to 75, in some classes it may be 60, in some classes it may be 80. But most of the students are concentrated towards the 70 number, so 70 will be the average. So the formula is sum by n, that is the average. One more concept, that is called sharing concept, means the people who are having the extra values, they are going to give the values to the people who are having the lower values. Here 10, 20, 30. 30 is the maximum value and 10 is the minimum value. So the maximum person is going to give some value to the minimum person. Here in 10, 20 and 30, 30 is going to give, here in 10, 20 and 30, 30 is going to give 10 to the value 10. 30 is going to give 10 to the value 10. So 10 is increased by 10, so now the value is 20 and the middle value is also 20. The third value where the 10 is lost, so the remaining value is 20. So after sharing we got the equal value. The equal value is 20. So 20 is the average. So this is called sharing. Everywhere the formula doesn't helps you. Along with that, everywhere the sharing concept doesn't helps you. So 20, 20, 20. 20 is the average. So after sharing you have to get the equal value. That equal value is called as average, but the sharing values may be equal or may not be equal. In each and every case there is no need to share the equal values. Okay. So after sharing the value what you are getting is 20. For example, a person is having 5 chocolates, one more person is having 5 chocolates, another person is having 10 chocolates and one more person is having 4 chocolates. I have to distribute all the chocolates to the number of people, that is 4. Equal number of chocolates has to be distributed to 4 members. So the total number of chocolates is 24. So this 24 has to be distributed among the 4 members. So 24 by 4, 4 6 are 24. So 6 is the average. So each and every person is getting 6 chocolates. So 6 is the average. So one is the formula method, that is average is equal to sum by n, and one more method is called sharing method, where we share some of the values from the higher value and we are going to give those values to the lower value. After sharing we get the equal values. That equal value is called as average. Example, the chocolate. 5 chocolates, 10, 4. Altogether 24 chocolates. Those 24 chocolates has to be distributed among the 4 members. So if we distribute, we will get 6 chocolates per head. Okay. Let us go to the problem number 1. Find the average of the set of the scores 566, 455, 231, 678, 989, 342 and 750. So once we get the problem, we have to look the problem in 2 different approaches. One approach through the formula method, second approach through sharing method. See here, all the values are different and the difference between these values are also maximum. So it is very difficult to share the values among these values. For example, 566, how much we have to share to the other values? It is very difficult to estimate. 678, how much value we have to share to the other values? It is very difficult to estimate. 231, how much value the 231 should get so that it has to become a bigger value? It is very difficult to estimate. So in this case, go for formula method. What the formula says? The formula says average is equal to sum by n. So sum of the values 566 plus 455, 566 plus 455 plus 231 plus 678 plus 989 plus 342 plus 715 divided by number of observations, 336 plus 17. Totally 7 observations are there. Now I have to add 566 plus 455. Don't go for traditional method. One more method is there to add, which saves a lot of time. In 566 you consider only 500. In 455 you consider only 400. In 231 you consider only 200. In 678 you consider only 600. Like that you do for all the other numbers. 500 plus 400, 900, 900 plus 200, 1100, 1100 plus 600, 1700, 1700 plus 900, 2600, 2600 plus 300, 2900, 2900 plus 700. So 3600. So 3600. 2900 plus 700, 3600. Next, you have the remaining values 66, 55, 31, 78, 89. Here also you do the same procedure. In 66 you consider only 60. In 55 you consider only 50. In 31 you consider only 30. Like that you do for all the other numbers. So 60 plus 50, 110, 110 plus 30, 140, 140 plus 70, 210, 210 plus 80, 290, 290 plus 40, 330, 330 plus 10, 340. 340. Next, the remaining values 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 1, 12, 12 plus 8, 20, 20 plus 9, 29, 29 plus 2, 31, 31 plus 5, 36, 36. So 6, 4 plus 3, 7, 6 plus 3, 9, so 3. 3976 is the total sum, 3976 divided by 7. So if you simplify, 7 5s are 35, 4 carry over, 7 6s are 42, 42 plus 5 47, 5 carry over, 7 8s are 56, 7 8s are 56. So the average is 568. So here you have to add in that method where you can save lot of time. So 500, 400, 200, like that you have to add first. Next, in the 66 you consider only 60, in 55 you consider only 50, in 31 you consider only 30 and you add. and next come to unit digits 6, 5, 1, 8, 9, so on. You add and you do the things, further things. So the average is 568 for problem number 1. Problem number 2. The average of the following set of scores is 253, 124, 255, 534, 836, 735, 101, 443, 760 and 100. So I have to calculate the average for these scores. So totally we have 10 observations. So we have to calculate the average. So here also sharing is very difficult. So go for formula. So formula is average is equal to sum divided by n. So sum you have to calculate, add the numbers. So in the previous problem what we did, the same thing you continue here also. 253, in 253 you consider only 200, in 124 you consider only 100, in 255 you consider only 200, and 534 you consider only 500. Like that you do for all the 10 numbers. So 200 plus 100, 300, 300 plus 200, 500, 500 plus 500, 1000, next 800, 1800, 1800 plus 300, 2100 plus 100, 2200 plus 400, 2600, 2600 plus 700, 3300 plus 100, 3400. So the answer is 3400. Next, 53. In that 53 you consider only 50. Next 24 you consider only 20. Next 55 you consider only 50. Like that you do. 50 plus 20, 70. 70 plus 50, 120, 120 plus 30, 150, 150 plus 30, 180, 180 plus 70, 250, 250 plus 40, 290, 290 plus 60, 350. So 350. Next, remaining numbers 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 1. So 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 4, 16, 16 plus 6, 22, 22 plus 5, 27, 27 plus 1, 28, 28 plus 3, 31. So 31. So if you add all the three, 1, 8, 7, 3. So the sum is 3781. 3781 divided by 10. So your average is 378.1. So option E, 378.1, that is the answer. So problem number 2. So sum of the numbers 3781 divided by 10. So if you calculate the average 3781 by 10, you will get 378.1. So that is the answer. So for question number 2, answer E, none of these.